Yeah. But we are...
Mainly, can you have
one of our problems talking now is that we're trying not to be bitter, because we really, and I think there's nothing worse than people being bitter, and it's pathetic, and we've moved on and done other things now, but we would like the goodies to be shown here, just even if people hated them, just to say we hate them. But I was watching television last night with my 27-year-old son, and we were watching a programme you were talking about, an omnibus on two comedians, and he suddenly said, let's watch a goodies. Now, we haven't watched a goodies for years. And he said, that's my boy. And it was, and I'm sad to say, I laughed all the way through it. But he did. And the other programme that he watched after that was The Simpsons, which absolutely, in his generation, he said it all. And we would love it to be seen here, so at least people say that's pathetic.
The definition of successful parenthood, you know. You brought up a lad who watches your programmes and the...
And he's a Derby County supporter.
I can't win them all.
So it's got a feature animals, stuffed animals. Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes, that's only because they wouldn't let us use real ones. I think this is a classic case of purging ones, perhaps particularly for me, because I mean, my main enthusiasm in life is wildlife. But I do think they have to be put in their place every now and again. We should be reverential about these creatures. And I'm afraid there's nothing that makes me laugh more than the sort of cartoon cruelty, which stems from the Tom and Jerry thing, doesn't it? You know, the terrible things again, on The Simpsons, I just love it. What do they call the cartoon thing that they do?
Stimps.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean.
Stimps,
It isn't.
It's very close to that.
But they absolutely disgraceful sort of cruelty between these two animals. I think it's funny, and so as long as it's not the real thing,
the problem is that there's the two lobbies that are strongest, the religious lobby and the animal lobby, and if you do anything that even looks as if you might be maltreating a dog or a cat or anything, then there's terrific trouble. I mean, the very fact that these things are obviously stuffed. Now, one of our biggest visual hits was the little kitten that knocked over the post office tower. Now, you know, Kitten Kong. That became a great character, didn't it? That's where the animals won. But we did.
In that one, actually, one of my favourite sequences is where you take it for a walk and it runs away with you because it's getting strong, but it's only that size. And, you know, everybody knows it's a piece of fluff on a stick, basically, which is all it is. Yeah. But we can poor old Tim had to animate the thing by pushing it around rather than pulling it around, you know, and it's, I'm making no particular point, but...
There was a moment during the filming about it, I must tell you, it was just the most horrendous moment of my life, I think, because we had a bit which was stop frame, and I had to be on the ground, and this thing was meant to be pulling me. Obviously it wasn't. It was a bit of fluff on the end of a metal rod. It was meant to be the lead. And so I had to move up and then take another shot. I move up. Now this takes a long time. I was just getting up to the end of it, and a dog delivered its load just Now I had to overcome this. Now could I go back and start all over again? The camera, no. So I went over, cause of comedy, I knocked all our glasses over. I went over this dog's poo-poo. There, I said it.